investors and 5 minutes of free time starting heading into the holidays here. So we are getting ready to revamp everything, but right now what I wanted to talk about is why current inventory is low and why it will stay that way. Property inventory was running at or near all-time lows. There's no way around it. Demand is outpacing supply, but this is no bubble. There's sound economic reasons supporting this market, and it appears there's no end in sight. We're going to discuss what the three major reasons are for the low inventory. First of all, 5 to 10 years ago, investors bought up all the property there was for sale. You could buy a house in Deltona, 2-bedroom, 1-bath for $25,000. Both individual investors and industrial investors came in and bought everything they could. Most paid cash for it. Prices crashed nationwide. Investors moved in, and prices in Deltona alone were down 75%. There were deals everywhere. Individual and corporate investors moved in. They purchased. So if they purchased a 2-1 in Deltona for $25,000, they're now renting it for $900 a month. Their return on their investment is over 50%. Why would they ever sell? They're making half their money back. They're making $900. They're making what? Almost a little more than $10,000 a year. I'm sorry, in rent. That's almost half of what they paid for the property in the first place. Why would they ever sell? There's no building going on in this price range, in the lower price range. So the lower price range is on fire. Pent-up demand is buying inventory. It used to be people lived in their home an average of 6 to 7 years. Now most have lived in their house upwards of 10 years. Why is this? Well, they couldn't sell most of them. They had no choice but to stay where they were. Well, those people are no longer upside down. They're entering the market in droves. They're upsizing, downsizing, relocating, or just simply want a change of scenery or neighborhood. They've been tied to their homes for so long, they're just itching to move. That creates pent-up demand. The other segment driving purchases in the home market is millennials. They didn't buy homes in their 20s like we did. They just didn't trust the economy. They're now in their 30s, and they are flooding the market and the first-time home buyers market, looking to purchase smaller homes. They don't need the big homes anymore, with low payments, and they're driving the low-end market through the roof. There's no end in sight. People who bought their homes back then, that were fortunate enough to buy homes during the crash, who had excellent credit and the ability to get a loan, are not likely to sell anytime soon either. They have great interest rates, practically minuscule, I mean less than the GDP. So they're actually having negative interest rate. So why would they ever sell? Their payment is as cheap as it will ever be, and they like where they live. They bought their house, they probably fix it up, put some money into it, and they made it exactly what they want. They're sitting on a wealth of equity that they can use now, or they could cash out when it's time to move or retire. Even if they decided to move, they're likely to rent their property, as it'll be a major source of cash flow, like we talked about before with the investors. They'll eventually sell, but they're not real motivated to do so at this time. So what's it mean for you? If you have even slightly considered selling, you might want to take a closer look at it now. You might be surprised what you can sell your property for. Our Master's Marketing Program gets you top dollar for your property. Call or text us today at 386-866-1007 to schedule a free professional evaluation today. 386-866-1007. Have a great week.